welcome to our game, and so I hope that you'll be able to answer most of the questions today. Let's dive in. Alright, as usual, we're doing the Millionaire Game. And let's find out. A major cause of the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II was A. National segregation policies, B. Immigration quotas, C. Racial prejudice, or D. Economic depression. Think about it. So if you're guessing that the answer is C, you're correct. That one was pretty easy. Let's see the next question. President Harry Truman's decision to use atomic bombs against Japan was primarily based on his belief that A. An invasion of Japan would result in excessive casualties, B. Germany would refuse to surrender in Europe, C. An alliance was developing between Japan and the Soviet Union. Let me just finish this. D. Japan was in the process of developing its own atomic weapons. And our answer is A. An invasion of Japan will result in excessive casualties. So we don't want to bring our soldiers there. A. Next one. Which action best illustrates the policy of isolationism followed by the United States before it entered World War II? A. Signing of a collective security pact with Latin American nations. B. Passage of neutrality legislation forbidding arms sales to warring nations. C. Embargo on the sale of gasoline and steel to Japan. D. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's exchange of American destroyers for British naval and air bases. And that is because of our neutrality policy. And our answer is B. Let's move on. The great rule of conduct for us in regard to foreign nations is, in extending our commercial relations, to have with them as little political connection as possible. This quotation supports a foreign policy of A. Imperialism, B. Appeasement, C. Neutrality, D. Economic sanctions. So this one is still related to the previous question, and again, it's about neutrality. C. Alright, let's look at the next question. If you wanted to suggest something, feel free to comment down below. After World War II, the Marshall Plan was proposed as a way to A. Improve diplomatic relations with the Soviet Union, B. Help European nations recover economically, C. Remove nuclear weapons from Western Europe, or D. Bring Nazi war criminals to justice. And of course, the Marshall Plan is related to B. President Harry Truman supported a containment policy after World War II to A. Limit the use of atomic bombs and other nuclear weapons, B. End colonialism in Africa and Asia, C. Bring German and Japanese war criminals to justice, D. Reduce the influence of the Soviet Union in European countries. So obviously in the Cold War, this is related to the containment policy of the United States. Therefore, our answer is D. Next. During World War II, posters of Rosie the Riveteer were used to recruit women into wartime industries. B. Encourage women to serve in the armed forces. C. Promote women's suffrage. D. Support higher education for women. Now, these choices are all positive with regards to the movement's condition, but this is specifically related to the war industry. So, answer is A. All right, we're almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more questions. Just stay there and try to finish this. What was one result of the World War II? A. The race ended. The Cold War ended. C. Communism was eliminated. D. Two superpowers emerged. Our answer is D. These superpowers are the United States and the USSR. Alright, let's move on. All but which of the following are true of American propaganda efforts during World War II? A. The federal government actively promoted pro-war messages in Why We Fight series by Frank Capra. B. Movies were openly patriotic and emphasized the melting pot nature of American society. C. Italians were treated more harshly in movies and other propaganda than Germans and Japanese. D. The Office of War Information sought to make women's work seem patriotic. So C is not true because the Germans were harshly treated, of course. The Germans were the primary enemy of the Allied during World War II, and so our answer is C. Next question. In the 1950s, Senator Joseph McCarthy was most closely associated with issues related to A. Communist infiltration and denial of the civil liberties. So this one is right, but we need to look at the other choices here to compare this answer to the rest. B. Foreign problems and taxation. C. Military preparedness and foreign aid. D. Collective bargaining and the rights of unions. And of course, he's related to this. Next question, last three. The 1943 Los Angeles Suit riot. A. Resulted in the conviction of dozens of on-leave servicemen for assault and battery. B. Died out quickly and did not spread to anywhere else than Southern California. C. Were partially motivated by tensions between Anglo-servicemen and Mexican-American pachucos. D. Involved only a few servicemen, let's pause this, who used violence against the suit-wearing teenagers. Our answer is C. Alright, last two. All but which of the following are true of economic activity in U.S. during World War II? A. Farm income doubled as it had in World War II. B. Rationing took place for many domestic items such as gasoline, butter, and sugar. C. Private industry switched to war production very quickly. Or D. A number of union-supported work stoppages, let me pause that, causing significant loss of work time. So here, not true. Okay, not true. Of course, I forgot. I was just reading it. So the answer here, D. Yes, of course D, because we had the workers working in the factories. Last one. That happens sometimes when you're reading something. Actually, sometimes you're not understanding it. It's like I forgot earlier. The War Production Board supervised the production of billions of dollars worth of weapons and supplies during World War II. He issued savings bonds through a stamp program. C. Proved to be mostly ineffective throughout the course of the World War II. For D. Controlled prices and rents during World War II. So the War Production Board is related to production of billions of dollars worth of weapons and supplies. That's great. So we finished learning some of the questions that's related to the Cold War and the World War II. Join me once again in another review session. So make sure that you subscribe and let us know about your ideas and suggestions. Bye for now, and I'll see you guys again in the next review session.